Homelessness is a serious problem in Southern Oregon. Many times people struggling with homelessness are also struggling with addiction.
And when someone is an addict, their first thoughts aren't how they're going to get off the streets, it's where they're getting their next high from. In tonight's story, NBC5's Blakely McHugh is introducing us to a woman who grew up in a household of addiction and homelessness, but overcame it with the help of a local nonprofit.
Amanda Brown knows all too well what it's like to live a life of instability.
My mother struggled with addiction and mental health. Severely struggled with that. So my entire childhood was unstable.
There were many nights Amanda found herself worried how they were going to stay warm at night.
I remember being under 10 and finding out one more time we were losing our house, or the landlord was evicting us, or the cops were coming because my mother didn't pay rent for 3 months and the landlord finally got tired.
Most of the time, she says their money went to buying drugs and alcohol instead of making sure rent was paid on time. Because of that, she was living in unsafe environments and found it safer to be out on her own.
So I was running away all the time. It was better and safer for me to be on the street than it was with dealers.
At 15, Amanda became pregnant with her first child, but she says she was never taught the life skills or coping mechanisms to deal with everything that motherhood brings, so she turned to opiates and alcohol.
I was set up for failure through a lot of my life. And so when it was my turn to kind of live life and be an adult, I had no capacity to do that.
By 17, she found herself in trouble with the law, and she was given the choice, go to prison or go to rehab.
I went to rehab, of course, and was able to kind of build my life from there.
She went to Ontrack, where she enrolled in the addiction recovery organization's Moms program. It allowed her to get clean and sober while still caring for her son.
And so I went there when I was 17 and had my son with me. I did a full residential stay. I did about almost 90 days.
After she completed the inpatient treatment, she moved into transitional housing. She relapsed once, but since then, she's been on her own 2 feet, taking care of her children, and now working as a case manager for Ontrack, helping others who are in the similar situation as she was.
So having an opportunity to be successful in a career, have 2 amazing, stable, brilliant children that are not traumatized, and look at everything that I've had help getting through is really surreal sometimes.
In Grants Pass, Blakely McHugh, NBC5 News.
Amanda has been sober for 13 years now. Her oldest son is just about to graduate high school and plans to head to community college in the fall.